Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's video. I'm Shannon Larsen. I'm a realtor in the greater Las Vegas area with eXp Realty. And this week, we're going to go ahead and dive into the Las Vegas real estate market update for December 2021. Now, this report is based on all the numbers that came in for November of 21. Now, if you're new or returning my channel, I want to give you a warm welcome. Either way, I want to highly encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're always in the loop of the latest information. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into all the numbers. So let's go ahead and jump into single family resident market trends. The number of closings that we had for single family residents in November was 3,273 units. And that was actually up 6.4% from the prior month and up 7.8% from the prior year. Now jumping into median closing price, that is slowly inching up at $420,000, and that was actually up 2.4% from the prior month and up a whopping 21.7% from the prior year. So I think you'll still see the median closing price just inch up little by little, and going into and throughout 2022, I don't think we're going to see the huge price increases that we saw for this year, but we'll see what happens. Now, jumping into the next slide here, we'll get into the number of new listings for November. That was 2,851 units, and that was actually down 20% from the prior month, and then slightly up 3.1% from the prior year. Now, new listings coming on the market. Generally, people are not listing their homes or purchasing too much between the months of November, December, and January. The whole industry kind of slows down. Now, jumping into availability, excluding offers, this was at 2,805 units, and this was down 14.7% from the prior month and down a whopping 25.3% from the prior year. Now, jumping into our next slide, we'll go into effective months of availability for single family residents. And we are only at 0.9 months of availability. So we don't have that much availability at all. Generally through November, December, and January, people are not listing their homes as much, just because they're not thinking about selling or moving during all the holiday season. And then new construction is slow to come to the market just because all of the supply chain issues as well. So this was actually down 19.8% from the prior month and down a whopping 30.7% the prior year. And I think going into 2022 and probably most of 2022, we'll probably still see a shortage of inventory as well. Now, jumping into time on the market, 76.8% of the closings happened within 30 days or less. Now, for the prior month, this was at 79.9%. In the prior year, this was at 68.8%. Now, jumping into the next slide here, we'll start getting into our condo townhome market trends. Now, you can see the number of closings that we had in November for condos and townhomes was at 862 units, and that was actually up 7.1% from the prior month and up 18.7% from the prior year. Jumping into median closing prices for condos and townhomes, that is inching up to as well. That's at $240,000. That was up 1.7% from the prior month and up 20.2% from the prior year. Now let's go ahead and jump into condos and townhomes. The number of closings that we had in November for condos and townhomes was 862 units, and that was actually up 7.1% from the prior month and up 18.7% from the prior year. As you can see, the median closing price has been inching up too as well for condos and townhomes, and that is up to $240,000, and that was up 1.7% from the prior month and up a whopping 20.2% from the prior year. Now, jumping into the next slide, we'll see for condos and townhomes that the number of new listings that was taken on was at 715 units. And that was actually down 17.2% from the prior month and up 6.4% from the prior year. Looking at availability, excluding offers, that was at 495 units, and that was down 15.1% from the prior month and down a whopping 61.6% from the prior year. Now, jumping into our last slide for condos and townhomes, the effective months of availability is at only 0.6, and that was down 20.7% from the prior month and down a whopping 67.6% from the prior year. So yeah, we do have a limited supply of inventory, both in single family residence and condos and townhomes. Now, time on the market, 79.8% of condos and townhomes sold within 30 days or less. The prior month, that was at 81.7%. And then the prior year, that was at 56.1%. Now, I hope all this information was valuable to you. If you have any questions at all or comments or want me to look up any specific information for you, I'm more than willing to do so and would be happy to. Again, my name is Shannon Larsen with eXp Realty. I'm a realtor in the greater Las Vegas area and want to highly encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're always in the loop of the latest information. And we'll see you next time around. Take care and thanks for tuning in.